All right. Hello everybody and welcome back to NeoCab. It's been a while since I've played NeoCab. And definitely if you were watching before, it was in a different format where I was just pre-recording myself reading the text and just following along with the game. And honestly, I wasn't getting a lot of views or feedback on this game, if it was fun or not, but I enjoy this game. And since I started it, I want to finish it. I will finish it. And so I thought what I would do is I just do a more free flowing, just me reading and going along with the game, with me making my commentary as I go. To finish this game off, it's going to be longer, probably an hour per video. Until we are done. That is my plan. And then once this game is done, I'm going to jump back into Song of Farka, because that is also a game that I enjoy very, very much. So, with that being said, let's get going. Let's keep going. So, it was well after midnight, and I made my ride quota. I checked my field grid, deep yellow. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. I'm going to, I don't remember what I did last time, but I'm going to push on. I decided to push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. All right. Okay, so my last person was Fiona, who I picked up. This is just like her little journal where she writes like little things. So the last thing that she wrote was "People should fall in love with their eyes closed" from Andy Warhol and Fiona. And a little thing about the Animesh makeup that she had. All right, so let's jump into the map, see who we can pick up. All right, so I have people who are like my favorites already, and who I definitely don't want to pick up. This guy is horrible. I don't like this guy. What is his name? I can't remember his name now. Klaus. Klaus is cool. I like Klaus a lot. He's funny, but I have to go get some gas or a charge, because I don't have any charge. I can't pick up anybody, so we're gonna just jump over here and juice up here. It's expensive. It's expensive, this juice bar, but we're gonna go over here. Yikes! A little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. Each bar would set me back one coin. I don't know what is like the currency, right? Because it only says coin. So one coin, 86. A little steep, but here I was exactly. Let's get a full charge, and we're gonna consider our next move. Move on. All right. So now we got some charge in our car. Who do I want to pick up, man? I kind of want to pick up Klaus, but then I kind of want to pick up Liam. How many times have I picked up Liam already? I think I've already picked him up twice. And then Charlie here. Charlie. You know, I'm gonna pick up Charlie because I know Charlie advances the story. So I'm gonna pick up Charlie. I learned not to bother with golden prime plaques back in the flax. The small boost in fare wasn't worth the huge dose of entitlement and typically comes with it. But if this guy was involved with savvy, there probably wasn't anything typical about him. Plus, I needed information desperately, desperate, desperately. Oh my God. Here for Charlie. That's right. Okay, so I have two options. I can say you're not an easy person to find, or how has your night been? I'm gonna say how has your night been? You know, keep it chill. Oh, you know, drink to forget bad memories, and all you get are new ones. Should I put that on a throw pillow for your back seat? His face was shiny with sweat, and he smelled like if you poured a bottle of whiskey into a gym bag. The dead giveaway. He'd been clubbing, but like on the night Savvy disappeared. Just like on the night Savvy disappeared. My palms went clammy on the steering wheel. There was a chance this guy knew where she was right now. Okay. So I needed to play it cool, or I had to be direct. I personally would want to play it cool. Okay, so this is the thing. I don't know how I really feel about this emotion blocking thing with this game. I think this may be the one kind of complaint that I have, right? Because you know, you have the feel grid, and it puts you in a certain mood, and sometimes it blocks your answer, the choices answer to give, right? So it says your emotional state affects which options you can choose. I was too worried about her to pull that off. So even though I chose to play it cool, the game is blocking my ability to play it cool, because like your emotional state doesn't match. It's just like, okay, I get it, right? You know, I get it, but at the same time, okay, so I had to be direct. I have to be direct. Okay. Listen, I think we have a friend in common. What? Do I know you? No, but I heard she was hanging out with you right before she disappeared. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I have, just tell me, do you know where Savvy is? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Since I have to be direct, I'm just gonna be like, just tell me. Where is she? Oh my God. Effing Savvy? This is a nightmare. Are you a cop or something? I'm not saying anything. Great. I scared him silent. Okay, so I can say obviously I'm not a cop, or I'm sorry, I'm just really worried about her. I'm gonna say I'm really worried. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm just trying to get the information. Savvy's been my best friend since we were teenagers. I watched him for any sign of recognition. Hadn't she told her latest guy about me? Lina from Cactus Flats. Yeah, okay, I remember now. Lina. She made me help clean out her extra room for you. So she actually does have an apartment here. That girl lives like a garbage rat. My mind raced with questions. He sighed, and a cloud of whiskey must filled the car. All right, what do I have? Maybe he could tell me where to find her. If I could just find out where he'd seen her last, or I needed to know exactly how they knew each other. Maybe I could ask where he's seen her last. I feel like if he knew where she was, he wouldn't tell me anyway, right? Like, all right. And then Why is it important that I need to know exactly how they know each other? Like, you know, so I'm gonna do this one. If I could just find out where he's seen her last. Where did you last see her? The night we went to Stance Machine, she finally got me on the list after making me wait like months. But then she kept disappearing into this dingy back room and leaving me alone with the buzzkill Radix types. So I went back there and she was yelling at Jace, who is also a DJ apparently. Have you ever seen someone argue with a guy in a giant light up helmet? Hilarious. I swear I saw it in a dream before. What were you arguing about? Is he dangerous? Was she acting weird at all? Okay, I'm gonna do what were they arguing about? About you actually. She wanted him to go pick you up or something, and he just wanted to drop his effing sick beats. When she left, she said she was going to meet you. I guess that didn't happen. I could feel him holding something back. His leg bounced up and down so hard it rocked my seat. Okay, so let's do, I needed to know exactly how they knew each other. So how long have you two been together? Together? I have a boyfriend. He's gorgeous and we vid chat every day, which is not easy when he lives in Oslo, okay? She was my work wife. Technically, she worked for me, but a lot of Cappies have a stick up their butt, you know? Take away their Vita powder, and their whole OS crashes. It was so nice to have someone that could talk about something besides crypto and fro yoga. I don't know. She actually listened. But wait, Savvy's in Radix, I could say, or Savvy worked at Capra. I'm gonna say the second thing. I don't know if I want to like actually tell this guy that she is part of Radix. Like, what if he doesn't know that? So, yeah. Savvy worked at Capra. Didn't you know? I definitely did not. She always said Capra was the enemy, quote unquote. I'm gonna say I definitely did not. So Savvy was a double agent inside Capra. What do you work on? Or did it seem like she liked working there? Did it seem like she liked working there? Yeah, she talked about it constantly. Don't go off on me, but Capra makes the world a better place. Reduce auto deaths, reduce pollution, help make cities more accessible. I was about to move her to community outreach because she's so passionate, like preach. Everything he told me swirled in my head. None of this makes any sense to me. Savvy is missing and mixed up in something awful. And I don't know how to help her. Oh God, don't cry. It sounds like we thought we knew two very different people. But it was really just one snake. So be careful. I do know her. Am I in danger? I'm gonna say I do know her. I do know her. Yeah, clearly, because you didn't learn anything new and shocking about her just now. She played you, just like she played me. Look, the night she disappeared, there was a data breach on the office network. Capernet detected some suspicious activity and went into total lockdown. Me, Savvy, and everyone on our team got suspended and called into OPSEC one by one. They grilled me for 5 hours. Finally, I figured it out. They think I'm the thief because the stolen data was just a straight copy of my hard drive. And guess what? Savvy's the only one of us who never showed up to the principal's office. And that doesn't mean she stole anything, or why would she do that? Why would she do that? That doesn't mean she stole anything. I'm gonna say, why would she do that? Why would she show up? Yeah. Why would she do that? I've got access to everything. My poop is fully encrypted, of course, but if she manages to get past that, she'd have all of Capra's nudes and girlfriend has some real problem areas. They cannot let that happen. They won't. What would they do, or what kinds of problem areas? So I'm gonna say, what would they do? What kinds of problem areas? He's not gonna tell me, right? He's gonna just spill the beans. What would they do? Track her with every single piece of Capratech in this city, including the cops. Apparently, my drive pinged her Capra badge that night and sent up some kind of flare. Okay, my drive, his hard drive. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But apparently my drive pinged her Capra badge that night and sent up some kind of flare. They tried to get her, but she'd been invisible since. I felt my stomach drop. Savvy, what have you done? We were almost to Charlie's drop-off. It felt too risky to say much more to him. There was so much more I wanted to ask him. So I want to ask him more. I'm just gonna click and see what happens if it gives me more options. Can I call you or meet up again? Are you effing serious right now? ... Well, thanks for talking. We're done talking. And if you ever try to contact me again... He let the threat linger as I pulled, straight to the cops. Worst driver ever, my God. Charlie Elliott gave you 1 star. Talk less, try smiling. Great guy. Your rating decreased. I am at a 2.6 right now. Deactivation risk. First warning. NeoCab drivers should maintain a rating of 4 or higher to avoid deactivation. All right. Yeah, that sucked. He sucked. Oh, do I have to go to bed now? Oh, Crasher. Where am I on this map? Oh, am I just like right here at the thing? All right. So I have some options here. I actually don't want to stay here. Maybe I'll go over here to Lucius? house. Yeah. Let's go sleep over there. It's not that expensive. It's like 35. I mean, it's pretty expensive, 35 coin. But yeah, we'll sleep over here. It was a stretch to afford Lusa's place, but when she showed me my bed, all of my concerns melted away. Smart gel foam latex hybrid mattress, anatomical springs, thermal regulated duvet, silent buckwheat hall pillows. Could this be real? I thanked her profusely. Well, I couldn't help it. Tears welled up in my eyes. Wow. I'm gonna say I thanked her profusely. Is it Louisa? It's Louisa, right? Louisa came back to the room with a mug of green tea for me. Long day, she asked. Do you want to talk? Yeah, or honestly, I would love to just not talk for a minute. I'm gonna say, yeah, let's talk. Let's get some therapy in, you know? Well, therapy never hurts. So we did, about Savvy, about all of it, and she listened. Every sentence made me feel lighter. Like all of my troubles were bouncing away on thermal regulated buckwheat springs. Then I slept, clean and dreamless, and I woke up the instant the alarm went off. I felt more than relaxed, more than relaxed or rested. I felt like I just scored the winning point and landed the jump and nailed the high note all at once. What a mattress. All right, so yeah, my mood is definitely improved now. So I got back in my car. Let's get some more stuff going. I felt rested but a little groggy, like my mind was wrapped in a synth felt blanket. At least my field grid was chilling in the green. I opened the NeoCap app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in this city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. All right, so yeah, start my shift. Let's see what I wrote in the journal. Savvy's a double agent. Radix Capra. Also, Charlie is the worst. Where is Charlie's data? We will finish you. All right. Let's see who we have right now. So we have Una St. Clair here, who I am going to pick up. And then we also have Liam and this guy. What is his name? Carlos. So we're going to pick up Una now. She's close. I can give her a ride. Una St. Clair. Let's pick her up. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on Fork in Reality, the quantum thing, rolling that hot 13? Let's do Fork in Reality. You have it backwards. I'm trying to unfork it. That is true. That is what she's trying to do. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information, which is why you're heading to, is this right, City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Here's hoping they announce the choice with a balloon drop. What do you want to learn? I'm in a good mood. I might as well use the good mood choice, so we're going to do that one. That would be unexpected, indeed. So there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Or couldn't you just hang around people as they play lottery tickets? I'm gonna do the first. I mean, we already established that the casino wasn't enough for her, right? People betting. She wanted more. So yeah, dread. I was too interested in where she might be going with this. See, I don't like it. I don't like that it blocks me from my choice. But anyway, yeah. Couldn't you just hang around people as they played lottery tickets? Or unwrapped presents? Or, I don't know, went on blind dates? Those are small scale, almost like snacks. I need a meal. Give me the full meal, okay? It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Yeah, that's weird, Una. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savvy was helping her. At least I was of service to the fabric of space-time or whatever. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can read minds too? Or good, because this whole thing is kind of weird. I didn't say anything. I'm going to say, oh, you can read minds too. I wanted to give her the benefit of that. Oh, see, I don't like it. I don't like that it blocks my choices. Okay, good, because this whole thing is kind of weird. Okay. You're wondering if you should take, what is this? Oberette or Isidore or Isidore Street. Yeah. You'll take both. Not quite what I had in mind. Oh, the timeline will branch in. Wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. I don't know what is the right pronunciation. There, did you feel it? Annoyance at this whole thing. The literal branching of timelines or a small pothole. I'm going to say the literal branching of timelines. No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Isidore Street, another down Obelette. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other version of Una and Lina no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what? So you really think that's how it all works? Or it's just that you're kind of strange, no offense. I want to say, so you really think that's how it all works? Of course I do. Because it does. I have the what did my mother used to say? receipts. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be annoying that way. So I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you actually do? What do you get out of fixing reality? I'm saying, what do you actually do? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but mostly I get paid to recover past phrases. That's it? Or do you ever use those skills for evil? I'm going to ask her if she ever uses her skills for evil. It'd be funny, you know? Not personally. Global financial institutions seems to do quite enough evil on their own. True. I do permit them to pay me though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. Weird job, cool job. I think I want your job. I'm still not quite sure what her job is. I'm saying it's cool. It's a cool job. Yours isn't bad either. You know, you live closer than most of to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? I do. Mostly at random. Sometimes I get a feeling. Yeah, I do. I choose them. Each choice is a branch. That other version of you with that other passenger, she exists. All right, Una. Okay. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate-Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Should I be jealous of the other version of me? Why aren't I her and vice versa? Does it even matter? Why aren't I her and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Quantum riches, here I come. I wasn't sure I wanted to be good at whatever this was. She didn't have to sound quite so surprised. Let's joke around. Quantum riches, here I come. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512 qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your fundamental statistics, of course, and had 20 hours of a week for problem sets, I'll bone up between rides. I have to confess, I maxed out at geometry. Or so I'm not going to learn how to be a witch, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I think I'm hearing that I'm not gonna be a witch, huh? Perhaps not quite yet. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. I shrugged, I nodded, I laughed. I'm gonna nod. You didn't shrug? You could have shrugged. Could have. The way the world branches in the tiniest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird, paralyzed. Every choice, not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Why one and not the other? Where did the decision happen? What is a decision even? Why one and not the other? Was it truly my choice? Was it decided elsewhere? Could I choose not to choose? That is a choice though, right? Could I choose not to choose? No, because even that was a choice. Of course, yeah. My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much other uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other version of us, the Una and Lina that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. I'll bet they talked about the weather. I'm thinking companionable silence. Maybe they're halfway to Vegas by now. I'm gonna say maybe they're halfway to Vegas. That is a very different timeline, my dear. Not a bad one though. Una shrugged, shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I felt it too. I didn't feel anything. I didn't know what I felt. I'm gonna say I didn't know what I felt. I don't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. Do you really feel this way all the time? How do we make decisions? How do we live like this? I'll ask the question. Do you really feel this way all the time? I do. It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the math checks out. These are simply the cards we've been dealt. So you've made your peace with it. Doesn't it make the world just seem like a fog? Let's say you made your peace with it. I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me, that other you, all those other rides, maybe we'll meet up at the end, all of us. Probably not, but that's okay. I wish I had her perspective. I couldn't help but think that sounded a little sad. I wish I had her perspective. A life without regrets sounded much more peaceful. Oh, I need to get in there. A neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wonder what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs and closed her eyes. I wished her luck, or I wished us all luck. I wish there's all luck. We all need some luck around here. All right, another ride down. All right, Una St. Clair gave you 4 stars. Tonight's Lina is a fascinating possibility space, not fully manifested. Okay. All right, so my rating went up. It's at a 3.4. I needed to be 4 before they deactivate me and I lose my job. The Combine. All right, let's take a look at the map. We'll do one more ride, see what we can do here. I think I want to pick up Fiona again. Like, I really like Fiona. This is Gideon. I would like to pick up Gideon again. Yeah, I think I want to pick up Fiona. I need to get my star rating back up, so yeah, let's do Fiona. I like Fiona. Fiona is cool. Fiona looked tired. Something I could never tell her, or anyone really. Somewhere along the line, it's like we weaponized that word. Fatigue equals failure. Okay, wow. Hi again. So, update. Hey, yes, update me. You remember, right? You were going on a first date. You were wondering about your anti-mesh. Oh, she was going on her first date. Sorry, my voice. You were going on a first date. Exactly, with a guy named... His name was Dre, not Jay. Who's Jay? It's Dre. Yes, Lina, you're the sweetest. So, do people still say spill? I know I do. When I've got this tea, what? I know I do when I've got all this tea. Okay, that's a typo. So I got all this tea. It was amazing. I was wondering that actually meeting him like IRL, there would be this distance. But we never skipped a beat. It was like vid chatting, only better. Because I could actually like see him. I could see, his imperfections. It sounds so cheesy. No, I totally understand. Or it sounds real. I totally understand. Do you? Because I don't want to sound like one of those inspirational quotes you see on Insta. Yeah, it's like Infatuation is, oh my God, you're perfect. Love is, oh my God, you're you. Yes, exactly, 100%. And like, I could tell he felt the same way. He told me I was beautiful. And for like the first time ever, I was like, hell yeah, I am. Aw, or you are. It's just nice to hear it from Dre. Amazing. The rest of the night was magic. Just actual romantic, silly magic. And we're like seeing each other now. Instead of just seeing each other. Like on vid chat is the joke. We can workshop it, or I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Where are you heading now? Actually, I'm going to his place for a bit, I guess. Okay, you don't seem enthused. Well, he wants to go clubbing. But I am just so tired. Can you just go another night? Or did you tell him that? Did you tell him that you're tired, girl? No, he doesn't know we're going out. Wait, what? I just know he wants to. Like Yearn told me. Who's Yearn? Wait, you've never used Yearn? But you have a field grid. What's the point of a field grid without Yearn? Dot. Oh my God. Okay, well, Yearn is like a financial advisor, but for desire. It tracks your activity and your emotions and creates a personality profile. Is this a Capra thing? Sounds like a nightmare. Just a cat. It sounds like some Capra mess right here. I don't think so, but who knows who owns what anymore? Well, it sounds right up their alley. What does it do with your information? It's your info. It uses a super robust algorithm taking into account your lifestyle, your choices, your routines, your shopping, and viewing habits. And then it tells you what you want or what someone else wants. Wait, so this thing can tell you what someone wants for their birthday, tell you what you want for dinner. Tell you what someone wants for their birthday. See what that says. Yep, complete with links to order the present. Like, okay, it knows I'm dating Dre and he has Yearn too. So tonight I wanted to surprise him, show up at his place with a bottle of wine, have a quiet night in. Sounds nice. It sounded like a dream. So I asked Yearn if Dre liked surprises. 97% yes. And you trust that? Wow, that's impressive. And you trust that? That this app can assign numbers to human emotions? It's never been wrong before. But that's not how feelings work. Oh, fair enough, I guess. That's fair enough, whatever. Trust me. It's like it just knows. Okay, so you decide to surprise him. Yes, but then I check and see how he feels about a quiet night, right? And it's like 10% positive. But going out dancing, 84% positive. Well, dancing could be fun. So why don't you just ask him, what about what you want? I mean, dancing could be fun, but she's tired, right? And she didn't ask him how he feels about staying in, but if she asked him, then it wouldn't be a surprise, right? And then, yeah, she has to think about what she wants, but clearly she's ready to like give up what she wants for him at this point. So I'm gonna say, what do I want to do? It's like I want to get her opinion. I'm gonna say dancing could be fun, right? Maybe it'll even wake you up. I know, but I'm like basically dying. Oh my God. Then why are you doing this? Well, how about some caffeine? I'm gonna ask her why she's doing it, right? So she's dying. Let's see what's going on, Miss Fiona. I like him so much. And I just want him to like me. And I'm too old to say that. That's not true. Well, why do you think that? Why do you think that? It's not empowering to just want to please my boyfriend. Or to really want his approval. Interesting thoughts. But that's all I want. I've got the rest figured out. Great job, great apartment, great friends and family. I'm good. And that's supposed to be enough. But it isn't. But love matters too. Yeah. I think love matters too, right? And you're allowed to want that. Yeah, of course, definitely. Yes, thank you. Yeah, of course. Of course, girl. If that's what you want, it's empowering to go out and get it, right? Like if pleasing your boyfriend is what is satisfying for you and it's giving you what you need, do it. Well, that's empowering. Taking your power. To go against that for other people would not be empowering. But anyway. There's no reason why my pursuit of love is any less important than like the pursuit of my career. Exactly. I agree. When I was job hunting, no one told me, you don't need a job. You're so strong. They were like, yes, girl, chase after what you want. Get it. Exactly. But with romance, it's like somehow if I actually chase it, it's pathetic. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Never thought of it like that. Or I think it's pretty unfair. It's pretty unfair to think that way. Your goals are your goals. Exactly. Right. I think so. And if yearn can make it even a little bit easier, then why is that so bad? I mean, haven't you ever wanted someone like so much? It was a big question, one I had been putting off all week or all month, maybe longer. Yeah, there's someone, or kind of. Now, I know that it is implied, right, that Lina kind of has the thing for Savvy. I personally, I don't really like Savvy, to be honest, but I know the game is kind of implying that she does. I'm gonna say kinda. Okay, well, what if you could know exactly how to make them happy, like with total certainty? Hearts are like crazy and weird and unreadable. Like people do things they don't really want all the time. Mixed signals, acting out of fear, it's relationship hell. Numbers are chill. I feel that. Really? They kind of wig me out. No, I feel that. I do feel it. At the end of the night, every PAX came down to two numbers, stars and coin. It was something to focus on, even in all the chaos. Wait, we were talking about your night clubbing. Are you really just going to do what Yearn says? Maybe Yearn's the right move, just for tonight. Yeah, maybe it's the right move. If you're playing to win, get the odds in your favor. Even if it means sore feet and a hangover. I just think I can play it safe for a night, even if I'm exhausted. He'll be happy. I'll feel good about the relationship. Safe is smart. Honestly, I don't blame you. You're safe is smart. And hey, I'm pretty tired too. But here I am, right? At least at the end of your night, you might get some. Right? Hey, you never know how things could go for you. Ha. Wait. Lina, you should totally use Yearn. We should totally use Yearn on you. No way. How? Or I'm in. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, amazing. Fiona tapped away on her dream phone, smiling down at it. Okay, I can see your field grid on the app. What? But I didn't. Capernet, it can pick up anything within like 100 feet. You just have to grant it access. Okay, done. Actually, on second thought, no, okay, I'm gonna do it. I shouldn't have been surprised at how fast it worked. Capernet never missed a beat. Okay, Lina, I've got you. Romeo, that's a super pretty name. Oh, Romero, not Romeo. Romero, that's a super pretty name. Thanks. So now you have to ask it something. Like a virtual cootie catcher? What? No, like, so now you're in my system like Dre. So I asked a question and it's going to tell me what you want. What do you want to know? Do I like surprises? What do I want to do tonight? What am I looking for? Let's ask you what I'm looking for. It says, Lina is looking for love. Ooh. She cherishes excitement and great conversation. A strong communicator who values intimacy, Lina is ready to make a connection with the right person. What do you think? Well, we're here. I pull up to Dre's building. It looked a lot like Fiona's, all glass and curves. They had similar tastes. Okay, here goes nothing. Gonna put on my surprise face. He's gonna love it. And if he doesn't, you can blame Yearn. I can't lose. Have a super great night, Lina. Oh wait, one more thing. Yearn says Lina is popular on Yearn. 5 people have looked up Lina Romero this week. Could be time to make your move. Get closer to Lina with the Earn Pro. What? Who? How is that possible? Who? Who's looking for me? Must have more admirers than you think. But makes sense to me. Have a good night, Lina. I'm glad we got to talk again. Fiona left beaming, and I sat in silence, in the silence of the car, staring into the green glow of my field grid. I knew who I was looking for. Who was looking for me? All right, Fiona coming through. My girl. All right, Fiona gave me 5 stars. Listen up, NeoCab. Lina's a 5-star kind of lady. Promote her immediately, okay? Exes, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. I love Fiona. All right, so my star level is over 4 again, 4.4. Nice. This gave me a little coin. The Liberty up. Text me back. What is this? Is this goddamn savvy? Lina. It's savvy. Speak of the devil. Savvy? Are you okay? Is it really you? Is this really you? Sin. It's a new number. Oh my god, oh my god, L Bunny, I'm so sorry. I've been trying to find a safe place to text. Need your help. Oh my god, it's amazing to talk to you. Where are you, my girl? Where are you? It's really complicated right now. Need help. Whose phone are you on? Please tell me. Where are you, girl? Stop playing these games. Stop ducking and diving. Can't say right now. Is it really you though, Savvy? Is that really you, girl? Trust me, it's me. I had to trash my old phone. Can't risk using the camera or would send you a pic. But seriously, what the F? Oh, who the F else calls you L Bunny? LOL. I just need to make sure no one. I just need to make sure. You know, it's been a weird week. Literally ask me anything. Okay. What color was my first car? What was my fattest cat's name? What did you break on my 19th birthday? I feel like that would be something that only one person could know. Oh my god, you're so paranoid. I broke your fave mug. It was shaped like an avocado. Okay, maybe it's you. When we were 17, a gang of stupid rich boys yelled at you from their gross white pedo van. Called you a bee, a slut, a dyke, etc. etc. You came to me crying and you wanted to move or whatever, and I said, F that. We can teach them a lesson. So your girl tracked them down and found their BS man cave frat house. You're convinced yet? Are you convinced yet? Nope. I want her to keep going. No. Lol. We found their van parked out back and came effing locked. Oh, effing. Okay, yeah. Effing locked and loaded. You with your glitter bomb, me with spray paint. You always find your enemies. That van looked way better with this new paint job. Trust fund maggots. LOL. Lol. We F it. We F that poop up. We're lucky they didn't see us. We're lucky they didn't call the cops. Let's say they lucky that they didn't see us, right? Lol, they're lucky you didn't let me slash their tires. I was so ready. But you were there to stop me from going too crazy. Always am, always will be. Hearts. Kind of regret it now. They deserved it. You're the best. Okay, maybe it's really you. I want to see you, Savvy. I mean, okay, maybe it's really you. Finally, okay. Where are you? Soon, I promise. I just need one more favor, though. Name it. Okay, what is it? What is it? I know you're trying to help, but please, 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 I need you to be super careful about who you talk to. I've been hearing some whispers about you asking questions about me. What are you hearing? Whispers from who? Who is whispering these things to you? I know you're trying to help, but please remember, don't talk to anyone who works with Capra about me. They're going to lie to you. You seriously can't trust anything they say. Of course not, right? Okay, what did it say? Capra is effing dangerous. You seriously have no clue how dangerous, and I want you to stay safe. I'm hearing stuff on my side and it's bad. Plus, they'll totally take you down with me if you give them a chance. Just don't go digging into them anymore, okay? Okay. Yeah, Savvy. Thanks, Lina. It means the world. Okay, gotta go. Seriously, so close to all of this being done. Can't wait to see you, my little L bunny. Heart, heart, heart. Love you so much. Talk soon, I promise. All right, be safe. Be safe, girl. Be safe, whatever you're doing. It was well after midnight and I met my ride quota. I checked my field grid. Green. I had it in me to push for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here. Yeah, it's been over an hour, so yeah, I hope if anybody watches this, because I don't know if anybody's gonna watch, but if anybody watches, I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back for more probably tomorrow or sometime. Okay, so yeah. That's the end. I'll see you guys next time.